PETA's probably going to get pissed off if they see this album cover, but I once saw them on Twitter complaining about chicken wings. Who complains about chicken wings, man? Fuck out of here. What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email. That's right here. But today, we are going to talk about this new album from Jarren Benton, and it is called the Mink Killa LP. Now, Jarren Benton is an MC from Decatur, Georgia, who used to be a part of the label Funk Volume, but then after that fell apart and disbanded, he started his own label called Benton Enterprises. On this label, he came out with his project Slow Motion Volume 2, which I think is dope as hell, so if you want to know more, check out my review for that. But right now, we are very obviously going to jump into the review for this, because I think this is something that might sneak into my top 20 at the end of the year. One of the things I really like about this project is the production, because it has that classic sample-based sound, especially on Designer Belts and 30K Mink, where we get these beautiful string samples coming into the mix. But even more exciting about this project to me is all the little Wu-Tang references and nods throughout it. As someone who came up in the 90s and has long been a Wu-Tang fan, I definitely appreciated what he was doing with this, because this album is somewhat like a little tribute to the Wu-Tang Clan. On C.R.E.A.M 17, he's taken that vocal sample from the start of the original Cash Rules Everything Around Me, and then we got that epic bass line from Clan into Front coming into play on the God intro. So he really is showing some appreciation to Wu-Tang and letting you know that he fucks with them. There are even some little nods in the lyrics, including on the one where he's giving out a prayer to the incarcerated Scarfaces. But coming back to C.R.E.A.M 17, I really fuck with this track because it's just him and Nick Grant showcasing their skills as lyrical MCs. They're really coming with unrelenting flows and hard-hitting bars, and honestly, man, they just took this beat and fucked it up like Lil Mac did to Glass Joe. I really don't know anyone who ever lost to Glass Joe, but if you did, you better get help, because something might not be firing in your damn head. To be clear though, this album definitely goes far beyond just showing love to the Wu-Tang, because the content on here is quite balanced. As expected, you will hear Jarren coming with his explicit and somewhat humorous style throughout this project, and he brings a wide variety of topics and subject matter. On the breakup, you're getting this very lighthearted breakup track where dishes are being thrown around and shit is just getting all fucked up. And he does have a little strip club bass track called Again and Again. Now with this song right here, I actually was impressed with it because it doesn't have your typical strip club sound. You're not getting heavy 808s and a lot of synth work. Instead, what they went with here was this really dope sample from this group called The Bird and the Bee. Their song was called Again and Again. And you know, this beat is just very smooth and kind of wavy. So I could still picture a girl popping it and dropping it to this track. It just was a very unique take on a topic that gets thrown around a lot in the game. Jarren gets very introspective on this project as well, and if you've been listening to Jarren Benton for a while, you know that's nothing new from him because he's always been known to open up and get a little personal and into his feelings. The song Passenger Side, for example, is just this very wavy and reflective track where he's spitting about coming up in ATL and just the love for hip-hop that he's had over the years. But the song that really sticks out and really struck a chord with me is Mental Issues. On this track, we're getting some very somber production and nice vocals from Serena Dominguez, which tie into the very sad feel of this track, as he just opens up about the struggles he's had with mental health. He also speaks a little bit about how his marriage has broken down, a lot of other things have happened in his life that have just left him stressed, anxious, depressed. So, you know, I appreciate whenever an artist speaks on these issues because sometimes it can help other people who are going through these same things. It just lets us know that they're human, and hey, we're human too. Unless you're an alien watching this shit, then send me some moon bucks. I also really like the track Fuck Everybody, where obviously Jarren is just saying fuck everybody from deadbeat dads to racists, but he even points a finger at himself and refers to himself as a hypocrite. He's been known to, in the past, complain about some of these rappers who rap about dumb shit, including drug abuse, but he does it himself, so I thought he was showing a bit of self-awareness on this track, and overall it felt very cathartic. It just seems like the type of track where he wanted to get a lot of shit off of his mind, and he really did come through, so this is easily one of my favorite tracks. So all that said, overall, this is a dope-ass project to me, and I'm gonna go with a 4 out of 5 here. As I already touched on, I love the production. I think there's some great content on here. He does keep it quite versatile. And rap-wise, Jarren just absolutely rips shit. I dropped my phone, it doesn't matter, because we're going in. He absolutely snapped on this album. I love how he has a very strong cadence and a little bit of a snarl to his voice. And as far as his rhyme schemes, man, he's killing it with all these rapid schemes, very quick flows. I just think he's an MC's MC and a great spitter. So I really don't have too many complaints about this project. You guys have been asking for me to review it, so I figure you love it as well. But hit me up in the comment section just so I'm sure. I want to know how you feel about this one and how you feel about Jarren Benton as an MC. I think this is a great project. But that's that. Hit me up in the comments, as I said, and make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, man, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, retweet them, blah, da, 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 da. Check me on IG, Facebook. You know how it goes down, man. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.